All right, welcome back, guys, to this next week. One more time, I just want to say to you guys, if you're in CIT 160 and I am uploading this off schedule, it's not on schedule with what you guys are learning, because I'm trying to upload this video on the Saturday before these things are due. So let me know if I'm doing this off order, or if you guys are having to submit things on like Mondays or something. I'm just running off the assumption you guys are submitting your assignments on Fridays or Saturdays. If you aren't, if you're doing it like a Monday, that'd be a great thing to know as well, so I can adjust my upload schedule so you guys can do that. And if my weeks are off as well, if like I'm saying, like this is week 6, I don't know, I think it's week 6. If it's not week 6, it's another week, let me know, and I'll change that as well, change like the title so it displays the right week, and things like that. So just let me know if this is like, if I'm uploading this on Saturday and like 3 days later on Monday, or 2 days later, I guess. 2 days later on Monday is when it's due. That's not what I intended. I intend these to be out 1 week before they're due. So just let me know if there's any confusion there, if I'm uploading these too late or something like that. But I'm going to press forward until then. So really quick before we get started today, if anybody needs you to do a defining table, let me go ahead and explain this to you because I didn't know what a defining table was. So a defining table looks like this. And you will use a defining table, as a matter of fact, it doesn't even go there. That's not where that goes. A defining table goes here. Technically, if we're getting real technical over here, it technically goes here. There. You put a defining table at the beginning of each function if that's what they ask you to do. I know my teacher wanted me to do that, and when I did this class, he wanted me to put a defining table at the beginning of each function. Sometimes I forgot, and if I did, he never really like docked me points for it, but like he always wanted you to get into the habit of putting defining tables at the beginning of each function, because sometimes you do more than one function. This is all a defining table is. It's a comment code where you put input, processing, and output, basically just saying what is coming into this function, this specific function, because you could have more than one. What is the function doing with the input that it got, and what's it outputting? So as you go through this, you know, you can type something like input is going to be you could say like user inputs the subtotal of their order, and you don't even have to have a period, but user inputs that, okay? And then the processing is calculates, what's the word I'm looking for? New total, I guess. Total with tax, I guess. And then the output is new total with tax, for example. So if you're in the class and the teacher is chillax about it, they'll probably be okay with this. I mean, if they give you more instruction to be more like clear with it and be more professional, then you're gonna have to do that. But usually just kind of typing up what it means, what it's there for, you know, kind of just giving a quick thing about that. Another thing is, it is considered correct by a lot of people to comment in your function and during your code, inside and outside functions, but like inside your code. People want you to put like comments in here just describing what like steps of your function are doing. So every now and again, periodically throughout your code, they want you to like put a double line and then type it like, oh, this code is doing this, you know. Oh my gosh. You know, they obviously don't want you to use that kind of language, of course. If you're taking in a value, you'd say, oh, this takes in this value. You could say, you could just do / takes in value from such and such or whatever. So, you know, and they do that especially when you're on teams with people writing code, because they want the other people of the team to understand your code. So I'm not very good at writing code. I mean, writing comments. I do it sometimes, and I try to do it when I know I'm doing something kind of confusing, but if it's not confusing, then I just leave it out. So for this week, we are talking a little bit about, you know, the same things we were doing before, like case statements. And the assignment for this week for the people in the class, the assignment is a little bit confusing, but it can be done. Just make sure you give yourself enough time to complete it, and you can. I'm going to go over some of those basic concepts. We're going to be using switch case statements again today, and we're going to be introducing you to something new called date get time. Get time or get date? I can't remember. It's date get date, I think. And it is a function built into JavaScript, so you don't have to like code it yourself or anything. It's just there and ready to be used. It's functions that are already built into JavaScript. And so we're going to start out with that, and we're going to go let date equal new. Make sure you put the new in there, and I'll explain later what the new means. But and you're going to put capital D, date. Then you come over here. You're going to put period, and you're going to put get date, like that. Let me make sure that's get day. Sorry, get day, and then you want to do that. Now, new is just a really special word. So when you call let date initially, like in every other variable out there, let date is just kind of declaring a variable undefined, I guess. And you can define it as, you know, an integer variable and stuff like that by putting integers in it, of course. But putting the new on there can allow you to kind of put almost like a constant on it, so it cannot change. It is that, and it cannot change. You're going to use new a lot when you talk about arrays, and those will be coming up in a little while. In a few weeks, you'll be getting arrays, not arrays, not arrays. We're talking about arrays, okay? An array is something completely different, and we'll talk about those a little bit later. But new is just used to just kind of constant this variable to make sure that it knows this is this thing, you know, and it doesn't really change. So this date.getDay returns you a number, okay, for what the date is. There is a function called date that is built into JavaScript, and .getDay is pulling from getDay in there, the day of the date, not just like the whole date, not, you know, January 1st, you know, it's not asking for that. It pulls up the date function and then gets the day out of that, just the day. We want the day of the week, which is what it's asking here for. GetDay will give you the day of the week, and it will give it to you in a number. So beware of that. It does not return that. It does not return that. It returns this. Okay? So beware that 0 is the first day of the week. It is Sunday. Sunday. 1 is Monday. And then it goes all the way to 6, which is Saturday. Oh my gosh. Day. There we go. Saturday. It goes like that. 0 Sunday, 1 Monday, 6, all the way up to 6 Saturday. 0 through 6. Okay? That's what this will return. So your date variable will hold a number. That's an important thing to know about, is this date.getDay. Don't think you have to memorize it. I didn't. I actually had to just look it up just now. I thought it was getDate, but it is getDay, and we are looking for the specific day of the week, not like the day like the 12th, the 13th. We're not looking for that. We're looking for the day of the week, which is a 0 for Sunday, 1 for Monday, like that. So just be aware of that. There's that. That's how you get the date. And this is important because the challenge for this week is to create a discount case switch file, which will take a look at your subtotal and what day of the week it is to tell you if you get a discount on that day. And so here, let's put this here just so that we know exactly what's going on. Let's do this kind, just so that we can type multiple lines. So this is how this discount is going to work. Discount is offered on, what days was it again? Let me look. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Okay, Tuesday and Wednesday. It's offered on Tuesday and Wednesday. This one is so complicated that I do have it pulled up. I have my code that I wrote pulled up because it is quite a bit of code, but I won't be showing that to you guys because I know the point isn't really just hand you answers or to show you my code. I want you guys to think about it and do it yourself because that is where the best progress comes. This should be fun. It should be, you know, interesting and great. Just slow down, take a breath, and then take some time. If you need a break, go take a break. Code should not be well, it is a little bit stressful sometimes, but try not to make it too stressful. You know, give yourself enough time so that you can take breaks if you need to and go outside, go on a jog, I don't know, Go practice some parkour, because parkour is awesome. Go get a drink, things like that. So we're going to say like discount. Oh man, look at me. Discount. Discount. Discount is offered on Tuesday and Wednesday, and only if your subtotal is $50 or more. Okay? So this is what we're going to say. We're going to say it's only on Tuesday and Wednesday, and only if your subtotal is $50 or more. So keep that in mind. Think about how we're going to have to do that, okay? Go ahead and start thinking about that. So this is going to give us the day. It's going to tell us whether or not it is Tuesday or Wednesday. And I would use a case statement, just like we did in the last video. If you want to refresh, you can go back and look at the last video. Case statements. And I would just create, I don't want to give you too much information. I want you to use your own creativity to get there. I used both if and switch case statements for this one. So here I copied in some of the variables that I use, and I'll explain all of these things that I used and why I created them. So I had a subtotal, which was a parse float. I wanted it to be a float. You could, I wouldn't worry about it. You could make that a 2 decimal, but it's not important. So you could just do it like this, parse float. Make sure you receive it from the right spot. Let new total was, again, the final total that you're going to get with your taxes and all of that. The discounted total, which is dis total, that is your discounted total. If you did get clothes or ordered whatever this is, it doesn't have to be anything. So if it is like on a Tuesday and you bought more than $50, then it would discount it, and then it would get the tax from that. And then it would pull the tax from that discounted total. So you would, if it was like on a Monday, your subtotal would not count. Let me go back down here and see real quick. Yeah. Okay. So if it was like on a Monday and you ordered more than $50, it doesn't matter. It doesn't count because it's not within the days. So it needs to be within Tuesday and Wednesday, and it needs to be more than 50. You check for both those statements. And the way I describe to do that is do nested statements. And nested just means that you do an if statement and then you do like another if statement inside that, or you do like a case statement inside that. So you could do like if, I don't know, blah, 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 whatever you want in there. And then you open bracket, close bracket, and then you think, oh, what if I put another if statement, So you could say something like, I'll do something like pseudocode. So if Tuesday or when, no, it's not code, I'm just pseudocoding that. But you say like if Tuesday or Wednesday, and then you do another if statement that says if more than $50. And then you'd have both these if statements needing to be true to get you there. So this is a little bit of pseudocode to try to help you know how to get there. All right, so I just commented in a new day, and if I hit 55 and I hit calculate discount, boom. Okay, because I changed my let date to be a different day, to be Tuesday, I believe is what I changed it to. And it says your total is $52.47. You saved $5.50 today. This part was not required for this assignment, but I added it in there because I thought it was kind of fun. You get your saved by just finding out what your discounted total was in comparison to what your original subtotal was. That's it. So you just subtract the two, and then you have that amount. So if you have any questions, if I didn't clarify something enough, go ahead and comment below and tell me that I didn't clarify it enough, and could I please expound on this or that or whatever. Make another video talking about this specific thing. I will do that for you guys. I will make an extra video and kind of discuss these ideas that I'm in further detail if you would like me to. But other than that, that is it. Hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you guys next Saturday. All right, peace, guys.